Hello, people of the internet. This is Moonlight. I'm here with my team builder for week 3 of the PWC season 5. I'm recording this team builder after the match has taken place, so I know what has happened. I'm also recording this probably the night it will go up because I've been a bit busy this week and I haven't had time to upload this video. So this video will likely be uploaded alongside week 4. So just wait a day or two at most for week 4 to be uploaded, because I also need to upload that team builder record that team builder after this. So this week, week 3, we are taking on Kurupt and his California Kurupted. As of playing this match, he is also 2-0. Very, very good coach. He also has a YouTube channel, so I will link his channel down below in the description. Make sure to hop on over to him, check out his side of the battle, like his video, subscribe to him. He's a chill dude. Yeah, he makes good content. So, yeah. Anyways, he's got quite the team. So we're going to start off with this signature Mon, Gligar. Gligar, very annoying defensive Eviolite Mon. Very, very annoying, actually. Then we have Clefable, another very defensive and annoying Mon. The fat pink blob, which serves as a very decent counter to Urshifu, as does Gligar. To a much lesser extent, it's a really good Darmanitan check, so that thing is sort of essential for him to deal with Darmanitan. Clefable, really a good Urshifu check. Banded Urshifu with Poison Jab, though, does a lot, which is something that he needs to watch out for. Darmanitan hits hard, Mega Scizor hits hard. I do think he brings the Clefable as his main defensive check to Urshifu, would be my guess. But it's gonna be a bit on the difficult side for him to really deal with it. Although Clefable does have a fair number of uses in this matchup, Gligar is also going to be really good for his defensive core. Next, we have Hydreigon. What can I say? It's really good dark dragon type, 98 base speed, so it just barely outspeeds Urshifu, but outspeeds it nonetheless, which is important for him. It also outspeeds Darmanitan. It outspeeds the vast majority of my team. The only things that outspeed it are Salamence and Bolton. So yeah. So I think he brings Hydreigon. I think he brings either a Nasty Plot Hydreigon or Scarf Hydreigon to the match. Next we have Mega Aggron. He sniped Mega Aggron from me during the draft, which I was a little salty about, but happy I have Mega Scizor. I'm happy. And I'm glad that he's got Mega Aggron and he's putting it to good use. So, Mega Aggron, really bulky steel type. It's his third stealth rocker, because Clefable and Gligar both get rocks. Gligar is also a defogger, as is Hydreigon. But Mega Aggron's super bulky, good steel type, really defensive. It looks really well on his team, considering that I have a Mega Scizor and a Porygon Z, as well as a Tapu Fini, all of which are really annoying for him to deal with. So, yeah. What more can I say? Volcanion, really good water-fire type. The only water-fire type, but a really good Pokemon nonetheless. It hits hard. It's bulky. It's decently fast. 78 base speed. So it's enough to outspeed, really what it needs to outspeed. It's a good Tapu Fini check, since it is immune to one stab, to its water stab, and it resists its fairy stab. It's also really good for dealing with Tangrowth. It deals with Mega Scizor really nice. Yeah. It's just a really solid Pokemon. It gets defog, so that's another defogging option he has. Steam Eruptions, Sludge Waves, and Flamethrowers all hit really hard coming off of this thing. So, next we have Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl, good Dark Fairy type. Not necessarily the best in this matchup. Um, it's Prankster would be useful, except Urshifu is a dark type, and dark types are immune to Prankster, so it really loses a lot of its versatility. So pretty big trade off for it. If he brings it, he probably brings it with my guess would be dual screen support, which is something that I prepped for. Next we have Lycanroc Dusk. This thing 100% comes. Tough Claws, Life Orb. Accelrock just runs ham through my team. Like this thing can hit Orbeetle, Urshifu, Tapu Fini. It hits everything on my team for at the very least a neutral, if not super effective damage. Like a Life Orb Accelrock from this thing just immediately kills my Darmanitan even if I'm at full. A Fire Fang from this thing obliterates Mega Scizor. To be fair, I don't think he'd want to stay in on Mega Scizor because it's a Mega Scizor. And this thing doesn't take a Bullet Punch. But it looks really good in this matchup, all things considered. Like if you can get like a Swords Dance up on this thing, if he wants to run like a Swords Dance Life Orb set, that's a big problem for me if I don't have Mega Scizor around. So, yeah. Then we have Passimian, good fighting type. It hits hard, but it's very limited in as far as what it can do as far as running good, as far as running sets. It's very much limited to running either like a banded set or a scarf set. And because he doesn't have web support on this team, it's going to be stuck running scarf a lot of the time. That's not the worst thing, because Scarf Passimian still hits really hard. But not being able to have the versatility in different sets is a big downside. So I do think that's going to be an issue for him in this matchup. It still hits really hard against my team. Once again, the problem is that I can very easily bring something in, like a Scarfer, to just revenge kill it. So next we have Jolteon, good electric type. Got hit really hard by the loss of Hidden Power this generation. Once again, it has an alright matchup versus me. Like it hits my team hard, but I have a Tangrowth and I have a Nidoqueen, both of which, sort of wall it. Because Tangrowth resists its electric stab, and Nidoqueen's just immune to it. So that's a trade-off for him. I personally didn't really see him bringing Jolteon in this matchup. Articuno, bulky Mon. Only reason I felt he would bring it is if he was really afraid of Tapu Fini. That's about it. That's all I can really say. And even then, he has a Volcanion that deals well with Tapu Fini. So I'm not entirely sure. But and then finally Bouffalant, which I just didn't really see coming. I mean, sure, it hits hard, but it's really slow. Yeah, that's about it. So the team I saw him bringing Gligar, Clefable, Hydreigon, Mega Aggron, Volcanion, and Lycanroc. That was the team I thought he would bring. I thought Passimian could be in the mix. Maybe, possibly Grimmsnarl, simply because of the dual screen support. Didn't see Bouffalant, didn't see Articuno. I could see Jolteon, but not really. So, onto the team that I brought. So, starting it off with the tech, we're bringing a weakness policy Orbeetle with Iron Defense, Agility, Stored Power, and Bug Buzz, max HP, 188 speed, 168 in special attack with the Modest Nature. I believe the 188 in speed is to outspeed, what was it? I believe it's to outspeed a max speed Volcanion. That's what it is. So this thing was EV'd to outspeed, I believe, Modest Volcanion. I can quickly double check though. Yeah, I could outspeed a timid max speed Volcanion. And then I just stuffed the rest into special attack, gave it the Modest Nature. So Iron Defense, Agility, I can get an Iron. So if I'm in versus, say, the Clefable, I can set up an Iron Defense or an Agility in its face. Heck, I can set up both in its face. If he goes for a Flamethrower, which I think he'll bring for the Mega Scizor, that'll pop my weakness policy, and I can just start clicking stored powers right in its face, which it doesn't appreciate. Like, this thing punches holes through his team, and can very easily sweep depending on how weak his team is. Because at plus 2, this thing is taking, I believe, 25% max from Life Orb, Jolly, Accelerock from Lycanroc Dusk. So, I don't remember the calcs off the top of my head because this battle was a little while ago, but yeah, no. This thing is fat after an Iron Defense, especially with that 110 base defense. Agility, so that way I can outspeed the entirety of his team. I mean, stored power, what do I need to say? It's stored power just burns through his team. And the Bug Buzz is there for the Hydreigon and the Grimmsnarl. If I remember correctly, does Bug Buzz go through? I don't remember. It goes through sub. I know it goes through sub. I don't remember if it goes through screens. But Bug Buzz allowed me to hit the Grimmsnarl and the Hydreigon for really, really solid damage, especially after Weakness Policy was popped. Because otherwise those two completely walled this set, and I really didn't want to have this thing get walled. I really wanted to have recover on this thing, so that way it can be healthy to sweep or break with this thing, but wasn't really in a position to have recover on this, simply because he would likely, if he brought the Hydreigon, which I thought he would, which I'm under the impression he would do, or the Grimmsnarl, then Bug Buzz is necessary, because Hydreigon he definitely wants to keep for the end game. So next we have Saitama the Urshifu, Choice Banded Urshifu with Wicked Blow, Close Combat, Poison Jab, and U-Turn. First, I believe this is the first time we brought Choice Banded Urshifu, Max, Jolly Nature. And what can I say? This thing just goes ham versus his team. Once his team is weakened, this thing can just blow through Mons left, right, and center. Two Choice Banded Poison Jabs blow through Clefable. Choice Banded Wicked Blows blow through Gligar. Choice Banded Close Combat just annihilates Mega Aggron. U-Turn is there for pivoting. Yeah. Poison Jab is there almost entirely for the Clefable, because I can hit his team for neutral or super effective damage with Wicked Blow and Close Combat. And nothing on his team really appreciates a banded hit from this thing. Next we have Darmanitan, Choice Scarf, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, U-Turn, Brick Break. So, finally brought Darmanitan to a match, and I thought I had a really good matchup in this game. Flare Blitz and Earthquake hit his team really hard across the board. Nothing wants to take either of those hits. And the few mons that do want to take those hits, those being Gligar just Gligar, I can U-Turn out on, because I mean a Gligar coming in on a Darmanitan is very obvious. And then Brick Break is there in case you wanted to bring dual screens on Grimmsnarl. And that's the only reason Brick Break was there. Running Max, Jolly, in case he decided to run like Modest, Scarf, Hydreigon. I don't know why he would run that, but just in case. Like I said, it just hits his team really hard. Then we have a Leftovers Calm Mind Tapu Fini with Draining Kiss, Scald, and Grass Knot. Max HP 129 in defense, with a Bold Nature and 64 in special attack. So this thing is designed to take on Hydreigon. Like Specs Flash Cannon from Hydreigon isn't doing half to this thing. It's doing well under half, and I can just Draining Kiss and kill it. Tapu Fini just also looks really good in this matchup. The only mons it really has a difficulty with are Mega Aggron, Articuno, and Volcanion, which all makes sense. Although I don't see the Articuno coming in the match. I'm gonna try to speak in the present tense, because you guys are watching this video not knowing what my opponent brings or how the match turns out, unless of course you are from the PWC and have watched that match. But anyways, Anyways. So, the 192 in defense with Bold Nature allows me to makes Heavy Slam a guaranteed 3 KO versus Tapu Fini from Mega Aggron. So, yep, that's why these EVs are there. 64 in special attack. I just wanted some special attack. So Draining Kiss, get HP back. Scald is to burn mons and for stab. Calm Mind is there to set up. And Grass Knot is there for the Volcanion. Because at +1, Grass Knot's doing 30 to 35% to a non-AV Volcanion if he's just max HP. So, yeah. Next we have Papa Noodle, Tangrowth, leftovers with Leech Seed, Knockoff, Giga Drain, Earthquake. This thing is my counter to Lycanroc Dusk and Passimian. That's its only purpose in this match to counter those 2 mons. If it brings Jolteon, this is my counter to it. Yeah. It's just really fat, and he has a hard time breaking it. And there's nothing really more for me to say. Then finally, we have Mega Scizor, Swords Dance, Bullet Punch, Superpower, Knockoff. Okay, so the speed, not entirely sure why the speed is there, but it's there for something. Max HP to take hits. The rest is to deal damage. Swords Dance with Bullet Punch, Superpower, Knockoff, like I said. He doesn't have a good defensive switch into this thing at all. Especially if I can weaken the Gligar. Or I could knock off it beforehand. At +2, this thing just blows through his team. Nothing wants to take a Bullet Punch or a Superpower from this thing. It just blows through his team. So, and that's my very bad, quick team builder. So, now that that's done, we will get right into the match. Go through these. Alright, so this is a bit of a different team than I thought he would bring. This is a different team than I thought he would bring. So there's no Hydreigon, no Mega Aggron either. He brings the Jolteon, the Articuno. He does bring the Volcanion. Alright, so, okay. Let me just very quickly, so let me just put that in the Discord. So he made the match private by accident. So alright, so okay, I'm probably gonna edit this out of the video. Alright. Although I probably won't. So okay. And now I'm gonna grab the replay. Okay, so okay, so good luck, have fun to Kurupt, plus Ultra and all that jazz, because he's also a My Hero fan, so yeah. So leads on his end, the Articuno is an interesting option, but I guess I can understand it for the Tangrowth and for the Orbeetle. So, what do I think he leads off with here? A Jolteon lane could be good on his end. If he's Sash, Lycanroc, he could also lead that. I don't think he leads Volcanion or Articuno. He could lead Articuno, actually, if it's, like, Scarfed. I mean, looking at the matchup now, Scarf on Articuno doesn't seem that bad. Because I don't have the best time switching into a Freeze Dry. This team is not... I don't have the best switch-ins to Ice types. So... Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to lead off with... I think I lead off with Urshifu here. Yeah, I think that's going to be my best lead. I can pressure pretty much everything out. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so he leads off with the Gligar. Okay. So Tapu Fini lead here would have been really nice. And I forgot to mention the Grass Knot on Tapu Fini is for the Volcanion. So, Gligar. Still doing a lot with Wicked Blow, but it's not going to KO. So... I think here I just U-turn out into Fini. Yeah, so, in case you didn't know, he did snipe me a Mega Aggron during the draft. So, he didn't bring it to this match, which is a shame. But I think I'm just going to U-turn out here with on the Gligar. Yep, I think that's going to be my best play here. He doesn't outspeed me. Yeah, he should be able to tell that this is bandit damage. So, here, yeah, I'm just going to go out into my Fini. As he goes for a counter. Alright, that is a completely fair play on his end. That did, yeah, double the damage it did to me. So if he goes into Jolteon here, he specs, and I get to +1/+1. Not a risk I'm willing to take. That's what that is. Yeah, no, I did not prep for the Jolteon at all, so that thing is going to be an issue. So, what I think I'm going to do here is you can very easily go into Jolteon on this play. He could also be knockoff on the Gligar, which would not be fun. So I really do want to Scald here. But he could also go into the Volcanion. So I think here I'm just gonna go for the safe play and click the Scald. He goes into Articuno. Alright. Wanna see how much this does. 15%, we do burn. I am sorry about that, but this is Spadef Articuno. So he's at 85%. He is now burned. So Freeze Dry isn't doing a lot to Scizor. And Bullet Punch does a lot back. So I think I'm just gonna go into Scizor here. And I can click knockoff then. Alright, so he has leftovers. He goes into Jolteon. Alright. I do want to just knock off here. Because knock off into Bullet Punch should kill this thing. Alright, he goes into Volcanion. That does 30% Assault Vest. So that did... so that did 31%. Yeah, this looks like standard max HP, max def. So he doesn't have an item anymore. I mean, Tapu Finney's a pretty safe play. How much am I at? I'm at 92%, give or take. Give or take. So let me just check my calcs. I don't enjoy a Sludge Wave from this thing. But I don't have much of a choice. I can... He is not burned. Calcs. Yeah, so I'm going to go into Finny here. He is Flame Charge. Alright. This is interesting. So he's at +1 now. I am going to set up a Calm Mind here. And that did not a lot. So that's looking like a min roll. Like the lowest roll possible. Yeah, so if he has Sludge Wave, he goes for it here. Yeah. I apologize for all the that I'm going to be having in these videos. That's just how I am, I guess, as far as talking goes. Not the most social person, so this stuff a little stressful for me. But it is what it is. The will go away with time, hopefully. So if he goes for a Sludge Wave here, I need to stop doing that, but if he goes for a Sludge Wave here, the next one shouldn't... Sludge Bomb, okay. So that one did 34%, so Sludge Bomb. That's not modest. So I think he's max speed. Yeah, it looks like he's max speed and max HP on this thing. And he got a low roll on that Sludge Bomb. So I'm at 62% currently. If I get to +2... Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for the Grass Knot here. He does get the poison this time. We do 36%, so another one should kill here. I'm at 28. No Misty Terrain. So this is a 50-50 shot for him to kill me here. So it's a good thing I got rid of the Assault Vest on this thing, and if I can eliminate this, it'll be a problem out of the way. So he goes into Articuno. Alright, that is fair. So I'm at 22%. I do think I want a Draining Kiss here, try and get some HP back in case he doubles out. Alright, he went for a prediction there. So I'm assuming that was a speed tie. So got a low roll on that Draining Kiss. I'm not going to go for the Scald here in case he wants to double into the Volcanion, hoping to get HP back on that thing. But Flame Charge is a really solid idea on that thing. Alright, so he does go for a Roost. That is completely fine by me. I am going to go for a Scald this time around. So he does go for the Freeze Dry this time around. So Tapu Fini is going... I think Tapu Fini does go down here to the Poison. Yeah. So Fini goes down. He's at 72%. He is burned. 2 leftovers. So how much did that Scald do? It did 22. So yeah, this thing is fully def. So how much does it take from a Wicked Blow? It does not take a Wicked Blow. I'm going into Urshifu here, and I'm clicking Wicked Blow. Because nothing on his team wants to take this hit. You know, Articuno was a good bring on his end. And so is that Volcanion set. I didn't have as much time to prep for this team as I would have liked to. I had a very busy week, a lot of projects, a lot of tests, and I still have an essay that I need to finish, so didn't have as much time to prep as I would have liked to. All right, down goes the Articuno. Guessing he was thinking that wasn't going to kill. That should tell him that this is Choice Band. And I'm fine with revealing that. I am perfectly okay revealing that right now. The Tapu Fini would have been nice for the Gligar. So the question now becomes, what does he want to bring in on this thing? Because Clefable, I mean, still doesn't like taking these hits, and he's probably expecting me to double out. Yeah, he brings in the Clefable here. If I go into Mega Scizor, he goes for Flamethrower. That's doing a lot. I can go into Darm here. I could also go into Orbeetle and start setting up. I do actually like that idea. Although Darm is the safer play. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Darm. So he goes for the Flamethrower. Okay. Does about what I was expecting. I'm at 85%. So 2 Flare Blitz will knock this thing out. I'm guessing he's going to want this thing healthy. So I'm just going to U-turn out. Yeah. That was predictable. So Gligar, if I go into Orbeetle, so yeah, I'm gonna go into Orbeetle here, and I'm going to click Agility. I don't think he's gonna be running Toxic on this thing. I think if he's running Counter, he's probably gonna be running Roost and Defog. So if he wants Rocks or U-Turn, then he won't be able to run Toxic. Although I do think he really wants Knockoff on this thing, because that way he won't have to deal with a lot of stuff. So he does go back into Clefable here. So I'm going to set up an Iron Defense. He goes for Wish. He's going out into the Volcanion, would be my guess. So I'm going to click Stored Power. Alright, down goes the Volcanion. Orbeetle picking up its first kill of the season. Let's go, Orbeetle. He goes back into Clefable here. So Inks. So I'm going to set up another Iron Defense. Yep. Pops the Weakness Policy. The Orbeetle set coming in. Stored Power should kill this. So he has some... Okay. Yeah, so Lightning Rock can come in here, and it will kill me. The crit. The crit. The crit. The crit mattered. So this thing I'm thinking was specially invested. He may be unaware, actually. Yeah, he's unaware. He's unaware Clef. So, okay. He can bring in the Lycanroc here. Dusk, yeah. Cellrock might not actually kill here. Hold on. Hold on. Cellrock might not actually kill. It's a roll in my favor. He's not adamant or banded. Oh shit. A part of my language, but the set. The tech. That crit is big for him. Like, it's really big for him. So, if he is Focus Sash, then he will win this exchange. Or if he gets a high roll on the Accelerock, assuming that he is Life Orb Jolly. If he is not, if he's adamant, then this will kill. Yeah, okay. So he is Life Orb. So I'm going to assume that this is Life Orb Jolly. So he is now locked into this. I do want to check. He's at 82%. Yeah, I can go into Urshifu here. Oh no, this was a misplay, actually. Crap. I thought, brain fart, I thought he was, forgot he's Life Orb, not choiced. So, if he's running close combat or play rough, if he's running play rough, this kills, actually. So, I'm just going to double back into Tangrowth. I'm going to double into Tangrowth, yeah. Yeah, close combat. Gonna Leech Seed here. He goes into Jolteon. Earthquake will kill. He goes for Volt Switch instead. Does he go into Gligar? He does. Okay. So he can knock off here. I'm just going to knock off back. That did 23%. So that's not Specs damage by the looks of it. Yeah, no, that's not Specs. He's Curse Gligar. Ooh. So he's no longer Eviolite. No longer burned. He's Curse. So Curse, return, I'm guessing. I mean, not return. Count Earthquake, counter, and I'm guessing Roost is his last move. So he's at +1/+1, -1. You know, so this is like max HP, max attack. So I'm going to click Leech Seed here. I'm going to Giga Drain. Alright, so Tangrowth is going to pick off the Gligar. What's he max HP? Like, he goes into, so he goes Jolteon. This Earthquake will kill, 100%. Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't kill, but it will now. So I'm at 43%. Lycanroc Dust. He's not burned. So I do think he's at 81%. So Giga Drain will pick it off as long as he doesn't kill me. So I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain here. Papa Noodle coming in clutch. This thing is chonky. So, alright, yeah. So GG's to my opponent. Like I said, his link is in the description down below. So definitely check him out. So we are going to move on. That's a 4-0. So we're going to move on to 3-0 with a +9 differential. Okay, I'm really happy because I was very worried about this matchup because he has a good team. He's a good player. So a Hydreigon Brain, the lack of Hydreigon and Mega Aggron were very confusing for me. But MVP for this match probably goes to Orbeetle because that thing absolutely shattered his Clefable, which, I mean, this match would have gone a whole different direction had Clefable, you know, still been around once again, GG to my opponent. Check out his channel, the link in the description down below. Be sure to comment how you thought be sure to comment your thoughts on the battle. Like and subscribe, and until next time, peace.